Well, looky here. We have Goldman Sachs. You know, the Goldman Sachs that were buying all of those homes, those single-family homes. Remember that 2 years ago? Now this company is laying off individuals. Even Goldman Sachs cannot beat the downturn of the market, of the economy. Everyone is telling you everything's great. And let me guess what? Goldman Sachs would tell you the exact same thing. But these are the same guys that are begging you. When I say begging, they're begging the Fed to cut rates so they can make more money and more money and more money. And even these guys are laying off 1,800 people. We're gonna jump into it because they're not the only ones. We're gonna jump into it, guys. My name is Orlando. Welcome to the channel, guys. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. It really does help out the channel. And then also too, in the pinned comment and in the description, I have a newsletter. Yes, a newsletter. It is free. You cannot beat the content that I'm gonna give you in that. It is free. You cannot beat free. And then also too, I've been a lender for almost 20 years, guys. If you need any type of financing when it comes to commercial or investment properties, I am your guy. I can assist you with that. The information is in the description.
Nice.
I've said it over and over and over again. These companies aren't loyal. And not only that, but no company is going to get away from a downturn. No matter what these guys tell you, no matter what your leaders are telling you at your job, they cannot beat a downturn. It is what it is. And I know a lot of you guys are loyal. Trust me, I've seen so many loyal individuals when it comes to Goldman Sachs, when it comes to Chase, when it comes to these big banks, Bank of America. And these guys are company men and ladies through and through. They will send me emails and say, listen, Orlando, you don't understand how it works.
In corporate America, they're not gonna fire me, man. They're not gonna let me go. You know why they're not gonna let me go? Because I've been working for these guys forever. You know, these guys came and scouted me out. Yes, they scouted me out. I wasn't even looking to be in Goldman Sachs. And these guys came to me and said, we want you. We want you because you're such a great person. There's no way they're gonna fire me.
Now I'm getting emails. Listen, I'm getting emails and DMs from these guys. They're saying, well, Orlando, they're laying me off. And when are they laying you off? They're laying you off right before the holidays.
I'm fired, aren't I?
Oh, yes.
But let's continue on. Goldman Sachs lays off investment banking to cut nearly 1,800 jobs amid an annual review process. Now, let's just go ahead and cut this out right now. Let's just go ahead and cut this out because Goldman Sachs does this thing where they do this annual review. And this annual review is supposedly supposed to trim the fat, get rid of individuals that don't want to be there. But for some odd reason, all the firings and layoffs don't happen at this time. They actually happened before. If you remember, at the end of last year, in December, Sachs cut 600 jobs. Before then, they cut 3,200 jobs. And they continue to do the same thing over and over and over again.
It's all just the same thing over and over. We can't help ourselves.
I'm just a guy on YouTube, right? So who wants to believe me and think that, you know, maybe Goldman Sachs is giving these people promotions and I just don't know. I don't know. This is coming directly from Goldman Sachs. They're saying that they're annually doing the annual review, and these people are just people who are lazy, people who are just coming in and just doing nothing.
Just hanging around.
Okay, great. Well then explain. Explain the other 600 or explain the other 3,200. But this is what Goldman Sachs would say. All of those individuals were low performers. Those are individuals that aren't bringing money to the table. Now, here's the thing about Goldman Sachs and a lot of investment firms. A lot of people don't like to talk about this. If you really look at these investment firms, BlackRock, any of these companies, these hedge funds, they're all performance-based. So if you're not bringing in the more money than they're actually paying you, you probably are going to get laid off. You're probably going to get fired.
Probably because you don't work and you're lazy.
If you believe that you can go in and just remotely do your job or do just enough at Goldman Sachs or Chase or any of these other places, let me tell you what, you're going to be mistaken.
Are you insane?
Now, put in the comment section if you agree with it or you disagree with it. But from my eyes, and me being in the industry, if you're not selling credit cards, if you're not pushing the next program, if you're not bringing in money, more money than you do, even at the lowest retail, at the banker level, if you're not bringing in more money than they're actually paying you, you're out of there.
Bye. See you when I see you. Goodbye.
You're out. So when I get emails from individuals who say, Orlando, man,
I don't know what you're talking about because Goldman Sachs and Chase, these guys are the most loyal.
really? Well, let's continue on. It says Goldman Sachs layoff. The investment bank plans to cut 1,300 to 1,800 jobs, which is 3 to 4% of its total workforce. I'm just saying. That's a lot. Goldman Sachs is planning to cut almost 1,300 jobs of its global workforce as part of its annual review. The job cuts will be around 3 to 4% of its workforce, which would be between 1,300 and 1,800, as Goldman Sachs has employed about 45,000 people as of late of last year. Job cuts will be in banks' various divisions. It doesn't really matter about the divisions. I mean, probably if you work in that division. But the point is that I'm trying to make here, guys, is as we continue to go into this holiday season, I have said it over and over again, these companies are the most not loyal during the holiday season.
Come on, son. Rule number 1, never trust anybody.
They see the money grab, they see the environment, and a lot of these companies want to be extremely lean going into the holiday season, especially a holiday season in a downturn economy where everything is high. When the writing on the wall is saying that this may not be a good holiday season. Most people may not be able to spend. Most people may not spend as much as they did last year. The only way, which, trust me, the credit will be available for you to go into debt. It will be available. These credit card companies will make the credit available so that you can go into debt in the holiday season. The credit lines are going to be open for you to pay a good 32% interest rate. Don't fall into the trap, guys. You see where this is going. The only way for this to continue to go up is if you keep spending.
It's funny because it's true.
If Home Depot, Lowe's, and Walmart, and Target, and everybody gets on the same accord and think,
Let's just give them more credit easily and have them spend more money during the holiday season. Just maybe this might be a better year than last year.
no one cares that people can't afford it. No one cares that we're going to continue going up $1.5 trillion worth of debt year over year over year over year, going up and up and up and up. No one cares about that. I know what you're thinking. Orlando, this is only Goldman Sachs. Let's move on over to Scale AI. Scale AI, which is an AI startup company, they're laying off their workers. Go figure. Scale AI lays off workers via email, no warning. Does this spell out companies not loyal? That's what this says. You get an email from your employer without any warning and says, hey, sorry, we don't need you anymore.
Sensational.
And to come to figure out, AI sent the email to you. You trained the AI.
You have to do what someone asks you.
You programmed this AI at your company to send your own demise, your own layoff email. It's nuts. And here's the thing. I know some people are gonna say, Orlando, that's not funny. That's crazy that someone is training their AI to fire them, to do their job so they are no longer needed.
What have I done?
Isn't that diabolical work? Isn't that crazy that a company would do that? Oh, is this your first time? Is this your first time that you don't think that a company would do something like this? Shouldn't it be said if you're working for a company called with the word AI in the company? It says Scale AI. So you're scaling AI to do what? What are they doing? You're telling me you can scale AI to solve all types of problems, but you're not going to scale AI to do my job? See, we got to be smarter than this, guys. The company is called Scale AI. I'm just saying, if it has the word AI in it, it's probably trying to replace you. You're telling me you believe in this company called Scale AI just laid off 1,000 people and they sent them an email to lay them off, and you're telling me you still believe in your job enough to work there? Not enough to question it and be like, this is a red flag. The company called Scale AI sent email done by AI to lay me off, to lay off my friend. So maybe I should find another job. Oh, listen, it doesn't stop there, guys. Let's go on and move on. Let's move to another industry. Let's move on to gas and oil. Shell plans to scale back its oil and gas exploration and development workforce by 20%. They're cutting their workforce by 20%. Thousands laid off. Now, this is a total different industry. We went from banking and then we went to tech. Now we're in gas. Now, please put it in the comment section if you just think this is just coincidental. Put it in the comments if you just think this is coincidental that all of these companies in different sectors are going through a downturn. Maybe, guys, something is happening with the economy. Maybe that million jobs that the government said,
oh, we made a mistake, we fudged the numbers, we actually thought there were 1 million people getting hired, but actuality, those jobs never existed.
Maybe this is just all coincidence. It's not, guys. let me help you out. It's not. I just showed you here 3 different sectors, 3 different companies, and they're all doing layoffs. These aren't old layoffs. These are very, very, very new layoffs, guys. And again, what do I tell you guys have to do in this scenario? You're learning about all this stuff that's happening in the industry. You're learning about how to read in between the lines, figure out if what's best for you and your family, putting you and your family first. What are we learning from this? What do we learn? We need to sit on the sidelines with a purpose. If you're trying to buy a home, make sure you purchase a home that you're not overpaying for. It's in the language. Do not overpay. Do not overpay. It's in the meeting. Then we're going to sit on the sidelines, get our credit together, make sure you have an emergency savings account so that when you make the decision to move forward or not, whatever that is, whatever that number is, if it's 300,000, 200, whatever the amount is for when you want to purchase that home or that investment property or whatever else, or get yourself into a better financial situation, whatever those steps are and those numbers are, that you can do that and not be chained into a bad situation because you let FOMO ruin you. You let other people tell you, hey, guess what? You better buy that overpriced home because if you don't buy that home, you're going to miss out on the greatest wealth creation that you possibly could have had. Talk to your neighbors. Ask them, what do they think about when they overpaid for a home? What about these individuals that you see on TikTok and that you see on other social media, YouTube, and everybody saying, I regret, I regret, I regret. Is it a coincidence? I don't know. I'll let you guys figure that out. Let me know. But as we always know, you won't get all of your information from this one video. I need you to watch this video right here. Yes. This one right here. It will give you information on the housing market, financial news, and also get into your first rental property, guys. And the information you will get from it, it will be gold. See you in the next one. Thanks.